TV series called 7th Street Theater.
It's different. It's not necessarily the
And providentially on.
This also was here just a few.
Team H2O1 and Chris Carmack have had a great relationship over the last 5 years.
I know that I'm going to miss competing. That's first and foremost.
Hello, this is Cheryl Arias-Wicker with Christian Movie Connect, and we are here with Scotty Curlee of Red Cloud Productions. All right, Scotty, you just recently produced a movie that's been out for a little while. About that movie.
Sure. The film is called The Potential Inside, and when we think of human potential, you can Google the word potential and you see millions and millions of hits, but really, how do we define potential, and how should we as believers define potential? And that's what this movie talks about. It talks about how we can make it through those adverse times, those difficult times in life, through our relationship with Christ. And the film has been a joy to make. I mean, it's been an extraordinary process. It's currently out in 7 countries. It'll be out in 13 countries by the first quarter of 2013. And we will be releasing under a label here in the U.S. this spring in 2012. So, again, very excited. It's had 8 festival nominations worldwide, 4 in the U.S., 2 in Italy, 1 in South Africa, and 1 in India. So quite unexpected for a little indie film.
Yeah, well, and also the fact that this was your first film, and you played multiple roles on it as the producer, screenwriter, director, and also in the leading role. So, so what possessed you to actually just go out there and produce a movie without having done this before?
Yeah, I come from the pharmaceutical industry. I spent 7 years of my life working up the corporate ladder, and really it was an opportunity for me to do something that I felt would have a sense of legacy, something that I could leave behind. A group of us who've worked on the film could leave behind. Long after we're gone, people will see this movie, be impacted by it in a positive way. And that's really what it's all about. When it's all said and done, I don't think we're ever going to look back and say, I wish we'd worked more, or I wish we'd accumulated more money. It's going to be about how we affected the lives of people in a positive way. And so that's really at the heart of the matter.
And the movie is kind of like a sports kind of movie with biking and as a competitive sport. And I had never seen a movie, with this particular theme on it, and didn't even know if I would like it because I'm not really into athletics.
Sure.
But the storyline just really was fantastic.
Thank you.
Really appreciated that. Yeah. And you had a very well-known biker in your.
Yeah, it's interesting. Jeremiah Bishop, who does a cameo in our movie, plays himself. He is a 2-time United States national champion. He's also the Pan American Games gold medalist. What's interesting is he is on the long team for this year's Olympics in London. So the long team means he's one of 8 riders selected as a coach's choice, and what will happen is if he makes the short team to go, the actual representation team, he will be one of the athletes for the United States representing the U.S. It'll be a very exciting time. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Good for your movie too.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So where did you get the story?
I was a competitive cyclist. I came from South Korea to race bikes, and I myself went to the Olympic trials in '92, and so it's been a journey for me. But being an elite athlete or trying to race at that elite level takes a lot of dedication. It's not something that you can do lightly. It's all-encompassing. It's 24/7, 365 days out of the year, and there were a lot of challenges. And what's interesting about bike racing is that it parallels life. You have these amazing hills that you're climbing up, and you're working, you're barely making it, and you don't know if you're going to make it to the top, and then you crest the top and you have these exhilarating descents. It's just like life. You have these challenging moments, and then you have these moments of victory, but it's that faith element that carries you through those difficulties. And really, we wanted to put together a compelling story. And what's interesting also is the fact that there's never been a narrative feature with a background of professional mountain biking in the history of film, Christian or otherwise. So we really wanted to bring together elements that would focus not only on the sport of cycling, but about human potential and what's possible through a relationship with Christ. And that's how this came about.
Very good. Yeah, lots of great sports movies, but it's usually basketball or football or something.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's very good.
Yep.
And good that you're able to use your own athlete too. So, well, tell me what is down the road for you.
Yeah, we're excited. The next project, I'm so excited about this because this film is going to be about my mentor. He was a professor of mine at Liberty University. There's a gentleman.
Which was where I went to school too.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Very good place.
Yeah, so Professor David Horton, he is an active professor at Liberty University. Liberty is now the largest private institution in the world, and he's been a professor there for 33 years. Now, what's amazing about Dave is that he has run 120,000 miles during his career, and that's actually equal to running around the Earth at its equator 4.5 times. He's one of a handful of men who have run across the continental United States. Now, to put that in perspective, think about running across one state, let alone across the continental U.S. And so here's a guy, and that's not the extraordinary part. The extraordinary part is not his running, but his ministry, his 33-year ministry at Liberty University as a professor, all the lives that he's affected. One of the athletes that he kind of mentored is now running for Power Bar, and his name is Josh Cox, and he finished 14th at the Olympic trials this year. So we will be integrating Dave's story with all the people that he's affected throughout his life, and so we'll be launching the movie Extraordinary. Probably, I won't say the time frame. We're still in the works with that, but we're very excited about it. I think the implications of this film, will far exceed just a movie. It will involve a campaign to help people see their true potential and to live extraordinary lives. So, it should be something fun. That we'll see how things move forward. Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing more about that.
Thank
and just blessings to you and all that you do, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Okay. This is Cheryl Arias Wicker for Christian Movie Connect.